let's talk about this deck real quick before we start playing. So obviously we've gone very deep. I think this deck is pretty exciting to me. So yesterday we were talking about the Boros brought back deck. Let me talk about how I got here. We're talking about the Boros brought back deck, and I was talking about trying out a version that played Yorion, and so that way you could fit in Cleansing Wildfire, Wall of Omens, Fulminated Mage, Skyclave Apparition, Avalanche Riders, just all of the different tools you want in the Boros brought back deck. It just kind of fits perfectly. I played this deck yesterday. I went 3-2. I beat 3 fair decks and I lost to 2 combo decks, and I lost really, really hard. And I thought that this version was fine, but not super exciting. It kind of felt like also more of the same of the Boros brought back deck I've been playing. And I just wasn't sure that I wanted to play exactly this list today, although maybe I will play a league with it later. But then I built this deck. And as I was building it, I was trying to, listen to Spider Space's advice. Spider Space had built this deck a little while ago. This Jeskai Blood Sun Felidar Guardian brought back, or not brought. Oh, well, I had thought about adding brought back to this deck, and I just hadn't really finished it. But this is pretty close to what Spider Space 5-0'd with a month or two ago. And as I was building this deck, I was like, man, I really want Wall of Omens to go with the Guardians and the Flicker effects. I really want Seasoned Pyromancer. I really want Skyclave Apparition. I'm like, man, I have all these cards. I should probably play Ephemerate. And at a certain point, and also when you play Lotus Field Blood Sun, you can't play fetch lands, which makes your brought backs a lot worse. And if you play brought backs, you need to play Seal of Fire and Bobble, which are a lot of slots that don't really synergize with the rest of the deck. So I cut the brought back package, and I think that's for the best here. And then you also have Infinite Life combo, of course, with Auriok Champion and 2 Felidar Guardians, or a Guardian and a Restoration Angel. And Auriok Champion is just a pretty good main deck card in Modern. And then against the aggro decks, you side out your Ephemerates, so you can bring in Chalice and Helix. And then against the big mana decks, you've got Wildfires and Avalanche Riders, and you got a couple Rest in Peace. I guess let's just start playing. This hand seems okay. Let's keep this. Hopefully the Wall of Omens lines up well against their draw. Honestly, really dislike the default stops. Yeah, I did finally put Restoration Angel in the deck. Seems like this could be Storm. Hard to know for sure. Wait, are those animations? How do I turn off those? Do not enable animations. Okay, I don't really know. Maybe this is Through the Breach, actually. Yeah, probably Through the Breach. If this resolves, I think I'm going to discard Wall of Omens Skyclave, maybe. What happens if you flicker Valakut Stoneforge? Can you cast a spell side? No, it's just exiled forever. Stoneforge Mystic might be nice in the deck. Yeah, maybe. It's kind of hard to play Wall and Stoneforge in the same deck in my experience. Do you think there's any space in this mana base to run Glass Pool? I thought about playing Glass Pool. There's a tapped Wastes. You can also cast off Lotus Field. Decided against it, but I don't think it would be the craziest thing I've ever done. If you donate deck, what's the turnaround? I play them on Thursdays. I play 3 donation decks on Thursdays. And right now there are currently 2 donation decks in the queue for this Thursday. I do think with this deck we can get to enough permanence in play that we can take an Emrakul hit, but we can't do Lightning Bolt us plus Emrakul. But here, if they Emrakul us, we sack these 4 and Flagstones and a land. It's not really that bad for us. We want playing against another Kiki. I think this is Through the Breach. Could be Kiki. This is inspired by the red-white Kiki-less Spider Skull deck evolved into. I don't know that I saw the red-white version. I saw the Jeskai version. Yeah, definitely took inspiration from that deck. Talked about it this morning. Well, it's not really so bad for us. It's not, you know, necessarily so good either. See if they ever reban for this. They don't. Get to draw 4. I think I want to cast Auriok Champion here. Not quite infinite life. One thing that stinks is you can't put counters from Showdown on Auriok Champion either. Something I really wish you could do. But one thing we can do is we can, if Felidar Guardian resolves, flicker a Showdown of the Skalds. We drew another Showdown. Alright, so it's cast Guardian. Taters 5, thank you for your resubscription. Sorry, I think my desktop audio is turned down too. I just messed with all the settings and everything. There might be some growing pains here today. Counter draw. I will say that I'll definitely say that Lotus Field seems like it is not very good against the Emrakul attacking us, huh? Our champion is still like 20. I think there's still like 50 or something crazy like that. Right, I did a deck tech this at the beginning, Zam. I go into detail about why I'm not playing Brought Back. When I was, just to briefly summarize, when I was starting to build the deck, I was playing Brought Back. But the problem is with Bloodsun, you don't want to play fetch lands, which does make your Brought Backs a lot worse. And I guess I'm gonna jam Showdown, but it's probably not resolving. Make sure Bloodsun's. Oh, it resolves. What's in my opponent's hand? It makes sure Brought a lot worse to not play fetch lands. I know you still have you have Lotus Field and you have Flagstones, but then it's also like if you're gonna try to play like Felidar Guardian Kiki-Jiki, I think you're gonna be playing a lot of good cards to flicker with. They didn't counter the Showdown. You're gonna be playing a lot of good cards to bring back with or flicker with those cards and then if you play Brought Back, you need to play Seal of Fire and Mishra's Bauble to make it work. I think those two cards are really crucial in these shells to make Brought Back a good card. And if you just don't have those cards, I don't really think you want to be playing a deck like this. So we can Felidar Guardian the Showdown, or the ideally we'll Felidar Guardian the Showdown, not the Lotus Field, but we could target the Lotus Field, make some more mana. I think I'm gonna start off by casting a Skyclave Apparition. Wait, if I cast Apparition, I guess I can't cast all of these spells. Well, let's just lead on this then. It doesn't feel great, but I was thinking about leading on Apparition because I wanted to. I was thinking about leading on Apparition because I wanted to just have counters or something to put counters on with the Showdown. Oh man, infinite interaction. We do lose that Restoration Angel, unfortunately. I feel like this deck is all in on Kiki. I mean, we have an infinite life combo with Auriok Champion and 2 Guardians or a Guardian and a Resto. We have a lot of card advantage we can generate. Don't know exactly. Oh no, I used the wrong Ephemerate. Oh no. I meant to use the Ephemerate from Exile, obviously. I also feel like there's no way they haven't assembled the Through the Breach this turn. This whole deck is just Chef Kiss. Thank you, Austin. Glad we've got Believers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Although just throwing away the Ephemerate like that feels really bad. I clicked the wrong one. Infinite life as much as you click. I mean, yeah, it's still Magic Online, of course. That feels so bad. Yeah, Bolt does not kill us anymore. This is true. I don't win because I sacked the Blood Sun. I can't untap the Lotus Field. I just want to play a 2-2. Nah, I want Awakening away the Skyclaves. Winning through an Emrakul attack is always a sick thing, though. How's the control matchup? Probably not so good. I thought about trying to find room for some Boils. I decided not to. Boil's not even too good against their deck anyways. Bloodsun is also, it's funny, like they're not playing a fetch land mana base, so also doesn't have like that incidental value that you'd like to see. I kind of just want to pass. How's it going so far? Good morning, Spider. I talked about how I took inspiration from your... Did you play a Boros variant of this deck? I thought you only had a Jeskai version. Oh, no, wait, no. I think you sent me the Boros version yesterday. I forgot. Yeah, you did. Okay. But I think I only had your Jeskai list saved when I was building this morning. Or last night. I think I was just looking at your Jeskai list. But it's like a combination of that, and then the brought back deck, and then just like other Ephemerate shells, kind of all smushed together. Okay. So now we get to go bait with Showdown. Ace, 12 months, 1 year. I guess I shouldn't have played my land yet. Man, they just do not like to counter these Showdowns. Yeah, I could have played this Lotus Field. I can play it next turn though. Play Wall of Omens. We could have gone for the combo after a counterspell here. I mean, now that they haven't countered anything, I kind of don't think that they have one. Maybe their hand is, maybe they're just very flooded. That also seems kind of likely, right? So I'll be thinking a 1 year resubscription, and then a brand new subscription from Zaz. You'd love to see it. How's the volume on everything? Because I again, this has been one of the weirdest games I've ever played. I again just restarted everything last night. I did a fresh install of everything, so I'm just not sure that we've got a functional stream. Notifications a bit loud. Turn it down. Okay, so now we can oh no, we're 1 mana short of casting 2 Kikis. I guess what we can do is Guardian. Hope they don't counter it. What made it so I put cleansing the board as opposed to main? I think you either main deck Auriok Champion or you main deck Cleansing Wildfire. I don't think that you main deck both. And the main deck Auriok Champion gives you an infinite life combo, which is nice, and gives you like probably a decent prowess matchup as opposed to a probably quite bad prowess matchup. So that seemed like something I was interested in. And like you have your Lotus Fields to take advantage of Flagstones also, of course. We're just gonna deck ourselves, I guess. Yeah, Auriok has protection from Showdown of the Skalds, which is not ideal, but still liking Showdown in the deck. Could definitely take a lot of advantage of all the mana. Maybe my opponent's hand is all mana leaks. Can make a beefy Kiki. I think Ricochet Trap in the sideboard is worthwhile. I would play Boil if I wanted an anti-blue card. I would not play Ricochet Trap. I guess we probably need to start attacking with the champions, but I feel like they're going to get Snapcastered. We do have another Valakut Awakening in the deck to get rid of these lands. Only 15 cards left in the library. How many Guardians are even left? I think we have 0, but I think we have a Resto. Yeah, 0 Guardians, but we do have a Resto. And Kiki-Jiki is also... Oh, sorry, I thought we don't have the Showdown trigger anymore. Damn it. Do you already own Seasoned Pyros? No. I don't own a lot of this deck. Resto was lost to Showdown. Okay, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna keep. We have so infinite mana. I'm just gonna keep the lands for a top decked Valakut Awakening. What a complicated game one, match one. It's funny, like if they Emrakul us again, it's just not that big a deal. But what is my opponent gonna? What is my opponent doing? They just like haven't done very much this whole game. Maybe I should just be attacking with the Kiki. Cast Kiki to survive Emrakul. We survive it. We gain 3 life when Emrakul ETBs. I'm gonna deck myself if I cast Spyro, but I think I cast the Spyro. Yeah, it does seem like their plan is to mill me out. Alright, let me just discard the Kiki-Jiki. Actually, no, I should keep the Kiki in hand. 9 cards in library. Another Spyro. Why keep drawing cards? I mean, we still have 9 cards in our library. We're gonna, we can stop drawing cards when we feel like we're actually gonna deck. Yeah, we can concede to that, I think. This does not seem like a good matchup. Skyclave seemed like the worst card. Just probably like actual no targets. Do you think what the Riders? Rest in Peace turns, is not very good against them though. Okay, actually, one thing about Rest in Peace is, no, I guess Infilife still doesn't beat them because they can hardcast them. Cool, bounce the Rest in Peace. Champion is kind of interesting in this matchup. I actually think Champion's maybe not that bad. Maybe this deck should a Horizon deck to prevent decking. A Horizon deck to prevent decking. A Yorion deck to prevent decking. Well, I think you just diminish your synergies too much if you play Yorion. But I did try to build it as a Yorion deck at one point. Yeah, I'll play the first Rest in Peace, though I don't really like it. Even turns off my Spyros, which Spyros, like getting back Spyros is probably a big part of this matchup. Yeah, I think we should just bring in Wildfires. I'll play like 3 Wildfire, 3 Auriok. Wildfire can just always, or can possibly target Flagstones or just cycle. I would love this hand if the second Lotus Field was a different land, but we have to mulligan, I think. I guess maybe not even just the second Lotus Field. This hand is okay. Remember, Valakut Awakening is a land. I think I put back Avalanche Riders over Showdown. I think this matchup's not that good, it seems. But it's been a weird match so far. Yeah, I think we've got not a great blue matchup. I thought about playing Boils in the sideboard. I think you could play Boils over the Rest in Pieces. It's like, do you want to be good against Dredge, or do you want to be good against blue decks? Or good is maybe a strong word even, just like have game against. Okay, that resolved. That actually, I think, just puts us in good shape. We got 3 mana. I think I'm gonna go Auriok Champion, which is, can't be bolted, which is very nice. I think I'm gonna lead on my weakest 4-drop, which is Avalanche Riders. This is also a 4-drop that gets worse as time goes on. Something to note. What is this? New Brew loses 1 match. Whole Twitch chat. I think we should never play this deck again. I don't know about this deck, Spike. We lost a match to Breach. Couldn't beat Empyrean. Right, keep this. Rip Apart would not hurt. Yeah, Rip Apart's an interesting option. It is difficult, though, to play cards like Rip Apart, cards that don't exile Heliod, you know? Shattering Spree is, yeah, roughly, yeah, a million answers. An Imperion in every match. Oh, no. But I revealed Obosh. Oboosh. Our deck is kind of actually soft to Blood Moon, though. So I'm not. Their deck main deck's for Blood Moon. We don't have a lot of good ways. I guess Wildfire can fix our mana underneath Blood Moon. I think the Chalice and the Helixes might be nice as well. Looks like it light up the stage. I feel like they could have attacked first. I don't think I'm blocking if they attack, since they play 4 Bone Crusher Giant in their main deck. So they could have maybe gotten a point of damage, and I don't think it really cost them very much to make that attack. This is also kind of a bad Bloodstone matchup. Yeah, I mean they do play, you know, utility lands. They like, it turns out their Horizon lands, Mutavault if they play that one. They usually actually play like 8 utility lands if this turns off, but not very good if they do just have land Blood Moon here. If they don't, I think we're in great shape if they don't have land plus Blood Moon. Oh, sorry, they have land. They have land. What am I saying? They absolutely have the land. Do they have one of their Blood Moons? Why Shock? Oh, I guess I could have played the Pathway instead. That would have been a bit better. All right, no Blood Moon. They do have another light up the stage, it seems. This finds them a Spyro and a Dart. Yeah, we get the Blogatog sneak peek, or is it Forsyth or Morrow? I thought it was Morrow today. But I'm very excited to get some sneak peeks, get some information. Draw a card. I think I'll main phase an Ephemerate. Worked out pretty well. Although we actually should have attacked with Auriok Champion first. Now my opponent can kill my Skyclave and make a 1/1 blocker, so I actually can't attack with the Auriok Champion. Doubt the 1 point of damage is really gonna devastate us. But what's really nice about getting Skyclave into play... Oh no, they're killing it. What was really nice about getting Skyclave into play is that if they played a Blood Moon, we could play Kiki-Jiki and copy it and exile the Blood Moon. They didn't have Blood Moon in their hand last turn. They hit a Seasoned Pyromancer off their light at the stage, so I don't think that they're gonna Blood Moon us right here. Aha! A bad blood... What? Why do I ever say anything? Why do I ever even... Why do I talk? I mean, I'm not dead. We have 2 basic planes. We also have like a decent number of red cards. We also get to Kiki-Jiki here. We have Seasoned Pyromancer. We have Valakut Awakening. We drew basic planes. They have 1 card in their hand. They also have a Firebolt in the yard, Obosh in the Companion Zone. They put Obosh into their hands. We get another Kiki draw. That's a good draw. Discard the planes. Just absolutely churn through the deck. Spider was saying this too. I just like how much card advantage this deck has. Just has... Oh, we drew the second planes. So I'm going to hold up the Ephemerate to protect the Kiki-Jiki from the Firebolt. So you have Obosh, Firebolt, Mystery card. This is some good value. Pretty sure I'm just gonna make the tokens effectively with the Spyro here. I have a really hard time imagining that we are not going to also just be able to find a Kiki or a Guardian or a Resto. We have 5 cards just win the game, and we get to see like 7 cards or something. And then there's Showdown to dig even deeper. So let me actually go target the Kiki, but let's just copy the wall actually, because I don't want to discard the Showdown or the Plains. So now we'll go copy Spyro, discard Champion, Rugged Prairie. Okay, they just have had enough. Let's see if we would have hit. We had 4 more looks. Oh no, we would have not killed them this turn. So just a good clean value. So I do like the Chalice plan against them. And when bringing the Chalices, I think we cut the Ephemerates, which obviously feels really bad to do, but I think it's a sacrifice that's worth making when the Ephemerates are so good. Or when the Chalices are so good. And then I think I like the idea of... Hold on, let me make this bigger. I did an install of Magic Online, so there's going to be some weirdness. Got probably the 4th copy of Blood Sun, at least. Maybe the 3rd Kiki, 4th Guardian. Seems kind of nice to me. Spike thinking. It's not too bad. I'll save it. Let me think about it. I don't think Madison's ever making my Colossus emote. It's been like a month. But I try not to push too hard. Why Lotus Field just ramp? I mean, it's very good ramp with Blood Sun. And then it also, like, you can go off on turn 4 if you go turn 3 Lotus Field, and if you go turn 4... So if you go turn 3 Blood Sun, then you go Lotus Field, Guardian, untap Lotus Field with Guardian, you can just cast Kiki-Jiki, right? 6 mana, yeah, you just cast Kiki. Let's keep this. I know the Lotus Field isn't like really a land, but if we just draw 1 land, this hand's very strong. Yeah, I want to cloth this emote really badly, but Madison's also very busy, and she's definitely forgotten about it. And I've already like pressed her about it a couple times. Maybe we'll play Auriok Champion here just so I can get it down before Blood Moon. And Blood Moon is of course a problem because we don't have like red cards in our hand, but it's not an unbeatable problem. Chalice. We have 4 Seasoned Pyromancer, we have 2 Valakut Awakening, we got Kiki-Jiki, we have an Auriok Champion and a Chalice in play. We have 2 basic planes in the deck. I guess it's Lawnmower Day. Got a 20-turn clock. They do put Obosh in the hands. Opponents play a mono red prowess deck that may next for Blood Moon. Good morning, Cape. There we go. Easily the best draw. I think we discard Skyclave Chalice. Skyclave is like really like if we can cast Skyclave, at that point we won't need the answer to the Blood Moon. How to beat Blood Moon with one weird trick. Just, No! Oh my gosh. Yikes. Always such a blowout. JK, 6 months. Morning to you too. Thank you for your resubscription, buddy. Alright. Well, we're probably going to be dead soon, so I don't need to play this game too much longer. So I have game 3 to win, maybe? Teaser up. Alright, let's take a look. Modern Horizons 2 teaser. I guess you can Spyro tokens now. A legendary creature, best known for having his name on a powerful card that's been banned, finally gets a legendary creature. So Yawgmoth already has a legendary creature. I feel like someone's going to figure that out like immediately. A theme on only a handful of cards in Modern Horizons gets a larger presence. I'm assuming that means Modern Horizons 1. A frog, 26 years in the making. A new split cards, love that. Love that. A future sight mechanic reused for the first time. A character that first appeared in a magic novel finally becomes... Yikes. A legendary creature. A card with the number of words 4 and 14. A fan favorite animal character finally becomes a legendary creature. That's probably Tolsimir Friend to Wolves, the wolf token. Wrong basic land. Alright, it's game 3. Alright, so I think that siding out the Kiki-Jiki was a mistake just because it's a card we can cast underneath Blood Moon. And maybe I just bring in Wildfires since these can fix our mana underneath Blood Moon. And Skyclave Apparition being a double white card, I actually think it's just like a card I'm not that interested in. This looks like good to me. Alright, so what else? Sorry, I missed subscriptions. Janud, 4 months. Welcome back. Appreciate you. Skalds out. I think trimming 1 is fine, but Skyclave actually just seems like the card to cut, right? Since like it's just so hard to cast. This hand has basic planes, never mulligan. For each other ooze you control, if an ability of blank or another blank you control triggers, it triggers an additional time. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each. There's so much here. Jeez, there's so much here. Lots of cool stuff though. Anybody figure out what Mishra? Well, Mishra already has a legendary creature. Alright, so there's a legendary creature of a card it's a banned card with the legendary creature's name in it, but has not actually had the creature itself printed as a card. Ashnod? Yeah, that's what Ashnod card is banned actually? Ashnod's Coupon is Cradle banned? I don't think so. I don't know if any format Cradle's banned in. But a Gaia card would be awesome for sure. Can I draw a land, please? Arkham from Arkham's Astrolabe? Maybe, yeah. Oh, wait. Arkham has a card. Yeah. Tybalt, final answer. Well, you're not a millionaire, I think. A frog, 26 years in the making. Yeah. I don't know what that's about. Nice Radiant Fountain deck. Okay, they're gonna be able to answer my champion, I guess. But we can play a land here. Doesn't matter which side we play very much, I think. Yeah, Hogak's not a frog, is he? Umezawa has a card. How do I know all this stuff? Ugin from Hayabugen. Well, I guess there's not a legendary creature card Ugin, but there is, of course, several Ugin cards. But that would be maybe an interesting like technicality. Wait, my opponent just didn't cast the Kozilek's Return? Why would they do that? I guess they just have another one in their hand. I don't know. I think I'm still casting this Seasoned Pyromancer. Discard a Bloodstone and a Showdown. Alexandria, owner of the library. Marriott Lage is a good guess. Is there a banned card with Marriott Lage in the name? Because there's, of course, Dark Depths, which has been banned, but Marriott Lage isn't in the name of the card. What was the stipulation exactly? Okay, my opponent just didn't want to cast. Oh my, I'm so confused. What was their keep? So there was a Maru teaser. A lot of cards are going to be in the new set. The one with like the biggest clue is a legendary creature, best known for having his name. So it's a male character on a powerful card that's been banned. Finally gets a legendary creature. What is this card? Ashnod, yeah, maybe Ashnod. But what is the card that is best known for Ashnod's? That's best known for being banned. I actually don't know what that is referring to, though. Kind of want to Showdown. Oh yeah, Ashnod isn't a he, right? I think. Umazawa has a card. Fell down of the third path. That card is pretty cool. I thought for sure that we'd have some Vorthoses in chat who would just get this immediately. Like Kark. Kark has a card though. Turok? Ooh, Turok would be pretty cool. Dude. Turok seems like a great guess. That's a really good guess. Yeah, Gaia could also definitely be it. Absolutely. Yeah, him banned and Popper banned in a Legacy at some point, apparently, according to chat. A Planeswalker from the past that has previously only had a legendary creature card. Oh, I missed that. A Planeswalker from the past that has previously only had a legendary creature cards. Mishra was not a Planeswalker, right? And Yawgmoth also not a Planeswalker. I guess I am just a Vorthos, huh? Inspiring Vorthos. Yeah, I guess, I mean, there is a legendary Urza card, but it's in an unset, so I don't know if they count that, you know? Vincer has a legendary. Already has a Planeswalker. Yeah, it could be Urza. Urza is a legendary creature. Is a Planeswalker who doesn't have a Planeswalker card, which is, you know, exactly the stipulation there. You have a Hercule card? I don't know. I don't think so. Go, Elemental Token, go. I haven't drawn a Blood Sun yet. I think we'll be okay. I should have attacked with this one too, probably. But we also can never lose this game. Probably also. Who has a legendary creature but no Planeswalker card? Sounds like Yawgmoth. But Yawgmoth's not a Planeswalker, though. Is my understanding of the lore, which is not extensive by any means. But my understanding of Magic's lore is that Yawgmoth was not a Planeswalker. My opponent just, like, has had resources this game. Like, they could put this in their hand last turn. They could have just killed my Auriok champion and chose not to. And I just don't understand why my opponent hasn't done anything this game. Do they just have another Kozilek's Return in their hand? Yawgmoth really wanted to be a Planeswalker, but never was. Yeah, that sounds true. Well, it sounds true. Of course, I, like most of you, all of my Magic lore comes from hearing the old heads at the LGS talk about this kind of stuff. I kind of just want to get a big flyer and play. I also want to find a Blood Sun. Or Lotus Field. Alright, still no Lotus Field. I think I'll just Randy this with Spear. We probably could just, of course, never lose this game. What's the lore? The lore of this case specifically, Yawgmoth never being a planeswalker. The popular animal character? It might be the Tolsimir's wolf. There might not be another popular animal character. That's just the one that comes to my mind is Tolsimir's wolf. I don't know that character's name though. I also don't know how popular that character is, I guess. Athena, yeah, Athena is pretty popular. Right, make me combo off. Won't take that long. Limduel. Limduel is interesting. Was Limduel's Vault ever banned in a format? I don't think so. I don't know about the spike. I don't know about this deck spike. We lost a match. This is actually Infinite Life. So I can start seeing cards on Thursday. It seems to be the case, yeah. What mechanic has 15 characters? Super Mutate Morph. Think we finally get a legendary squirrel. We already have a legendary squirrel. I guess. Legendary squirrel. We have an emote of them. Merfolk God? I guess Thas is not technically a merfolk. That cam doesn't have audio? Oh, of course. Right. Test. Okay. Cool. Oh, that's a good draw. Yeah, I did a fresh install of Streamlabs. Some people said that like solved their issues. I was like, yeah, I'm good to go. Okay, this is actually Infinite Life on turn 4. So we can go Blood Sun on turn 3 into Lotus Field, Guardian, untap Lotus Field, Resto, Guardian, Infinite Life. This is a good Blood Sun matchup, by the way. Play Infinite Fetchlands and Valakut. Colossal Dreadmaw. That's a good idea. Colossal Dreadmaw. Okay, Dryad does beat Blood Sun though, and they can beat Infinite Life with their Bring to Light for Tybalt. I think Abundant Harvest might enable a return of Bant Sultai Control. Well, I mean, I've been playing Sultai Control for like I think Sultai Luris is like a very very good deck already with a light red splash. So yeah, I don't think I actually want to gain Infinite Life. I mean, I want to, but I think we need to draw some cards. Bit of a flood. Got a couple of Valakut Awakenings in the deck. Maybe we should be playing more Valakut Awakenings. Dryad doesn't beat Blood Sun. Dryad doesn't re-add Valakut. I mean, yeah. I mean, it lets these two lands be lands. That was what I meant. But yeah, I know that Valakut doesn't get to deal damage. The zombie sub team? That would be awesome, yeah. Hard to get your hopes up too much for that. I'm trying to remember the themes of MH1. Could be lands in the graveyard matters. Future site mechanic is probably split second. Why do you think it's probably split second? That card's pretty good. Can we draw a Skyclave Apparition? We're in good shape. Or a Kiki-Jiki, of course. Yikes. Well, Kiki-Jiki kills them. We've got a lot of cards that give us, you know, redraws, wheel our hand away, draw 2 cards to Spyro, 3 outs to just win. Still 3 outs to win. Pretty sure we're dead if we don't win this turn. Okay. Do we exile the Dryad? Yeah, I think we exile Dryad, attack at Teferi. So lucky for us that they drew their Valky, by the way. They can turn on their fetch lands by bouncing the Blood Sun, but you know they lose their Teferi, and we don't die to Scape Shift, and we really don't die to that much. Besides, I guess they can have 2 lands, Dryad, Scape Shift kills us. Should be pretty nutty. Yeah, Grandeur, that was a pretty cool mechanic. I liked it. Not sure if it's like a great pick to come back, but it is a cool mechanic. They plus their Teferi. That's weird. I mean, like these lands are just off, so they can't bring to light. They can't cast a Supreme Verdict if they have one of those. So I don't really know what we're supposed to make of that. Commander players hate Grandeur. I mean, that makes sense because they can't use it. Okay, so they have a Helix or a Bolt. They're going to kill my Skyclave. Block this. I see. No? They're trying to spend 4 mana. Oh, no! I forgot what Valky does. Alright. Well, I still think I actually like this attack since it just stops them from getting to get rid of Blood Sun, right? I actually still think this attack is good. We have to not draw another land. It's going to be a pretty important thing to do here. I think the ban card that we'll get a creature for is Mox. Wait, there's a banned... Oh, or that one. Yeah, I see. I mean, Mox is, you know, not referring to a person, unless this is just a bit, in which case, good bit. Ding, 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 ding. Winner, winner. What a nail biter. Opponent doesn't feel like conceding today. Do I have to rebind? Yes, okay. Thoughts on a half Fire Blast for you may sacrifice a mountain. So it's a shock that you sacrifice a mountain, deal 2 damage. How much does it cost? Does it cost 4 mana? 3 mana? You can shock to deal 2. I don't know. Don't think I've got a strong opinion on that. Something like this. Shard Volley. Well, the idea is that you don't have to spend mana on it, is why it's powerful. Wouldn't the Jessica plain PL card not count as Corona? I'm not, I don't know enough about the lore to comment on that. Am I angry if someone lets me play it out? Not angry. Just bored, I guess. Are you of the opinion that Triumph cycle should be finished? Yes. Probably makes mana bases too good though, to be honest. But I really want the Triumph Cycle finished, yeah. But if I'm being honest, I imagine that fair mana bases maybe get too good. Am I excited for Tarmogoyf 2? Is that also on the spoiler? At what point do you start demanding in chat that opponent can seize for they stand a chance? Pretty early into the match usually. Tribal Largoyf creature. Well, I kind of doubt that card's going to be constructed playable at all. We'll see. I was curious about having you build around a card called Dynavolt Tower, or if you think it'd be playable in Modern. I actually qualified for a Pro Tour playing Dynavolt Tower in Standard. First Pro Tour I ever qualified for. I've deleted the deck list. I've tried in the past. I don't think Dynavolt Tower is playable, though. I've tried to make it work. I don't think it works. As we put back the second Vantage. Yeah, Tower isn't even Pioneer playable. Unfortunately, I really, really, really like the card. I have a misprint one. That was in my. It's crimped on the top. Just love the card. Double face card is 15 letters. Yeah, I don't remember all the. I don't remember all the teasers. But I also don't know. I don't know which teaser that implies. If Goyf was a 1/2 with its abilities, is it good enough to be Modern Powerhouse again? It would be really, really good. I mean, Tarmogoyf is still a Modern playable card. And yes, if it was just +1/+1, it would be a lot better. I think, maybe this is not something I talk about it enough. But I also don't really think people realize that if you just add +1/+1 to a creature for that's 2 mana, that's a huge buff to it. I don't think we talk about this enough, but we do a lot of custom Magic, I guess, these days, talking about what ifs on cards. But just making a card that's a cheap card a little bit better it's like that card would be maybe too good just for +1/+1. And that's because in Magic the Gathering, when you spend 2 mana on something, there's like an expectation for what the most how big that creature can be or how much value you're gonna get. When you spend 2 mana on a creature, there just is kind of an expectation for against, or I'm repeating myself, how much value you're gonna get, and that would just be too much. Like, imagine if Seasoned Pyromancer was a 3/3, this card would be so much better. If it was a 2/3, if it was a 3/2, it would be, it is a big difference, and it's a bigger difference than it maybe seems. My opponent missed their land drop, so I don't feel like I need to Ephemerate here. I think I'm going to actually Wildfire their Valakut away. See what I draw. Plains. Don't need to play around Blood Moon, I guess. Just discard the lands. They made, Bloodbraid Elf a 3/2 ace instead of 2/2 because it was not good enough and it was the best card. Yeah, 2/2 Bloodbraid Elf so much worse. It's just like, balancing Magic cards is hard, and pushing Magic cards is hard, for sure. Well, I'm glad I didn't go for Ephemerate. Yeah, and that was also like part of the reason why Uro was so insane, is that Uro probably should have been like a 3/3 or a 4/4 for what it did, but it was just a 6/6 for no reason. That was a huge part of why Uro was as good as he was. Man, I hate it when they go Omnath into fetch land. I hate it. Come on, dude. Go miss your land drop into Omnath fetch land. Must be nice. Shock in the Temple Garden. Ah. Yeah, Polo's card would be nuts if it had flash. It would be really, even if it was a 3/2, it would be like just so strong. Dude, I hate this. Salty, yeah. Yes. Salt confirmed, salty. You've identified the salts.
Have you seen my Burks in here?
They're not in here now.
No, I thought they were.
Yeah, Omnath also probably shouldn't be a 4/4, or really like Omnath shouldn't draw a card on ETB, and you should draw a card off like the 4th landfall trigger maybe. I don't know. There's a lot wrong with that card. Imagine fetch lands didn't exist. Yeah, we talk about this all the time. Honestly, my chat I think is pretty tired of me preaching about it. It's a turn 3 kill, or turn 4 kill, sorry. Wait for 5-color Omnath. I mean, honestly, I have a hard time imagining 5-color Omnath could be better than 4-color Omnath. Unless somehow it costs 3 mana. It was like green-white hybrid, red-black hybrid, blue. Imagine if fetch lands could only fetch 1 land type. Ooh. Wow. I've never heard that suggested before, but I love it. Later, Ghost. Have a good day. That way, there's only 5 fetch lands. They're still really good, but they're just like not the best mana fixing of all time. Alright, I'm gonna make my opponent have 1 mana removal spell here. If you flicker a Valakut Awakening, it's exiled forever. It seems like they have it. Could just be typing GG's in chat, or I think they're just trying to figure out when they need to respond, which is in response to this Guardian. Yeah, I've never heard that suggestion that there should just be 5 fetch lands. They only get their chosen type. They shouldn't be fetching. They could just tap it this for a color. It doesn't really matter though. Aha! I see. That's obviously very close. I think we have to mulligan. Just if it doesn't top deck a land, it doesn't do anything. Let's keep this. Put back Kiki. No. Put back Flames. Shearing 8 months. That'd be for your resubscription. Aspiring Psych. Yeah. They got me. I really thought they had it. Alright, 2-1. Doing okay. Deck definitely feels like it's, you know, functional. How good it is still yet to be determined. Right, Bloodsun very good against their deck as well. Pretty lucky to have just 2 strong Bloodsun matchups in a row. Interval fetches that can get any land, even another fetch. Maybe a Ghost Court or 2. How am I excited to have 1-2 matches? But remember, yeah, I did lose match 1. Dude, losing match 1 with a new brew it's disaster. Chat just, there are no believers left in chat. The whole everyone turns on you like wolves. It's terrible. I think I'll discard. I want to keep the. I think I'll discard Flagstones Kiki. Cool, we did draw the land. K2, 2 months. Getting some friends into Modern with a proxy night. Awesome. Have a good time. A tapped Pentafetch. Fetch any land type, but it enters tapped. Maybe if it also cost you a life. Like, oh, I guess I should have. No, I honestly would maybe just rather Ephemerate Wall. We need to find Blood Sun, I think, to win this game. Given that Lead and Arbiter and Ghost Quarter proved to be fine for Modern, is it finally time to print Strip Mine into Modern? Yeah, sure. Just let the world burn. I'll become a Dark Souls streamer. Man, it is. I watch a lot of Dark Souls streams. It is hard out there, dude. It seems really, really tough to make it as a Dark Souls streamer. There's like so many people who could just like no-hit the game or speedrun the games really well, and they just like don't get very many viewers. It seems tough. Alright, I think we're done. Don't think we have outs. Let's not show them more of our deck. But I think we have a fine matchup. With the 4-man deck Blood Suns. Skyclave is probably the card we want to be cutting here. Maybe we'll play like 2 champions, 4 Wildfire too. Let's do this. Garward, thank you for a Twitch Prime. Appreciate you, buddy. What's the middle ground of Ghost Quarter and Wasteland? Field of Ruin? People have been suggesting like printing a it's been all week really. People are like, let's have a fixed Wasteland from Modern Horizons in Modern Horizons 2, but there's already like 1,000 fixed Wastelands. There's actually 1,000 of those cards already. There's Field of Ruin, Ghost Quarter, Tectonic Edge, Dust Bowl. Probably like 1 or 2 more I'm forgetting. Okay, not 1,000, but there's a lot. Definitely a lot. Ooh boy, that's the card. Fixed Tabernacle? Yeah, it should tap for mana. That was always my biggest problem with Tabernacles. It didn't tap for mana. Encroaching Waste, thank you. Yeah, thank you, yeah. Just play Legacy. Yeah. That's also the case, I think, for people who just want Modern to be Legacy light. I like it when formats have, you know, their own identity. Lucky to draw the land there. Always nice to see Flash in the Past decks like this. Now they can't just cast some 6/6s, of course, but in theory we'll be able to survive. Do you think Showdown Port would be the best middle ground? I don't know. Port is really, really good. Port isn't like so much a fixed Wasteland as Port is like Port's a pretty different card, I think. This is a very good draw. I think we'll just pass and now go double Ephemerate Resto. Draw 5 cards, just try to find Kiki. And also like Showdown Port, you know, like if you're gonna print a card like Wasteland into Modern, the reason you do it is to balance out Tron, right? Showdown Port would be fine against Tron, but all their other lands are still tapping for 2/3, and then you're spending 2 mana to tap like their 3 mana land. This doesn't really feel like the answer. And you're not printing in Wasteland to just like slow down the format, I think, if you're trying to like add it. Alright, that's another Lotus. Man, Ephemerate is so good. I love this Ephemerate art too. Alright, kind of flooded though. And then very flooded. Perhaps. Yes, Avalanche Riders is really not doing very much. It's okay. Now, they've just got their Colossal Dreadmaw. Blood Sun doesn't stop Valakut. It does. They patched for Primeval Titan. I guess they didn't bring in Reclamation Sage. It is currently stopping Valakuts. I think I'm just going to jump block with the Riders. No, let's just take 6. I think that we might just need to, like, triple block some 6/6s. Yeah, it fetches. They're getting. I mean, those are turned off by the Blood Sun. Yeah, somebody did not incite in their X-Edge. We have key. We have tons of good draws here, but if we just draw land, we feels pretty bad. They might be out of Valakuts too, so even if they do have an out to the Blood Sun, there's still just a bunch of Colossal Dreadmalls in play. I heard someone that mentioned that a damage control stream. I don't. You can find it maybe in the Magic VODs, Johnny. I watched it. I watched it. I don't know. I feel like we've talked the issue to death, but it's probably in the VODs. Blake had a stream post announcement, like an after the stream announcement. What was the announcement? So many announcements, drama, nonsense. I just want to play the game. Just let me play the game. I'm gonna play around Bolt here. Drama Wednesday. Kiki-Jiki is still a pretty good draw, even if we're not winning the game. I kill my restos and my champs. It's fine. No blocks this turn. No. Keep Kiki as not. I mean, again, Kiki-Jiki is still just a very good draw. Valakut Awakening, maybe? Could one camp champ alive and play around bolts? Yeah. Doesn't play around double bolt, though. No, it doesn't. It does. Because, I mean, double bolt's good against this anyways. We have... I think I'm going to play a land because we have, like, 4 showdowns in our deck, you know? Maybe we should be playing 4 Valakut Awakenings. Valakut Awakening is like, with Blood Sun in play, it's an untapped red source. They don't have too many lands left in their deck, I'm assuming. Poor Steve, nothing to do this game. You guys remember Field of the Dead? What a card. Alright, spell, please! Come on! No, damn it. Ugh. Steve is Sakura Tri-Builder. That's the 2 cards to have, huh? Yeah, look at this, just straight gas. Alright, 2-2. What do you guys think? 3 or 4 Rugged Prairie? Probably cutting the other 2 pathways. And like maybe some amount of Inspiring Vantage. Valeria West, huh? E-Haul Hot from Dog. We can do that. 3. Yeah, I feel like with 4 Awakening and all the double white cards, I'm kind of thinking about it. 4. We'll see. Thank you, Dow, for the collage compliment. Yeah, I'm sure they were close to hardcasting the Emrakul, absolutely. Well, Blood Sun doesn't do a ton against Titan. In fact, it even makes their bounce lands very, very strong. But it does enough, I think. What's the maximum deck size on MTGO? I'm not actually sure. I don't think I've ever found it. Start off with this. Cool. So I guess next turn we're going to be going Blood Sun, Lotus Field, Skyclave, the Amulet. I know I've played Battle of Wits before. I think my deck size was like 250 though. Something like that. It was a really, really fun league. We went 1-4. Yeah, I mean, all good Bloodstone matchups today. It's kind of funny. Although it does feel bad to lose to Titan Shift when you're main decking 4 Bloodstones. Amulet doesn't really do anything with Lotus Field. That's true, yeah. Sandor, 11 months. Any good updates to Grixis Luris control? Well, unfortunately, the update to Grixis Luris is that I think that you should be playing the Bring to Light Valky variant instead. Is the update. So if they have another green bounce or green bounce land, they can Titan. They do. Yeah, I really wish I could have Skyclave the Amulet last turn. Hopefully they just have another Summoner's Pack, though. No, they have the actual Titan. They can haste it. You guys remember Field of the Dead? So imagine they get Vesuva haste land. Oh, wow, they're not. They're not. Maybe it's in their hand. Oh, it is in their hand. It is in their hand. Right. If only this was Blood Moon. So we might be able to win next turn if we can find Kiki-Jiki. We're going to Skyclave Azusa or the Amulet? I think the Amulet. That way they can't haste the Titan. Is this the 3rd Titan deck in a row? Just a second, I think. The Bring to Light deck doesn't play Primeval Titan. Yeah, packed in hand for backup Azusa. I mean, they have to spend the 3 mana to cast it, which is a big deal. But yeah, I do think it's the Amulet. They also, I think, usually just play 1 Azusa. Yeah, 3rd Valakut deck in a row. All three flavors. Have I ever thought of naming channel points? I have thought about it. I thought about having it be souls to cloth this or something. Treats for Athena. I haven't really found a name that I think is great, though. Why would you Skyclave the Amulet? All abilities are shut off by Sun. Well, this shuts off the haste ability. Oh, wait. Hold on. You're right, yeah. It definitely should have been Azusa, huh? Definitely should have been Azusa. Yeah, they don't have double green here. Alright, so 4 mana for a Showdown. Play this, we have 5 mana. That does mean if we find Kiki-Jiki off of Showdown, we can't combo. But if we find Kiki-Jiki off Spyro, we can untap Lotus Field with Guardian and go off. Wow. Alright, I guess we just cast a Showdown. And Wall of Omens? Still no Kiki-Jiki, but with Bloodsun in play, I think that we're just going to survive another turn easily, right? Weird game. Let me go ahead and rent the other 2 Valakut Awakening, and I think I'm just going to play 4 Rugged Prairie. I think that if I want to play 4 Valakut Awakening and 4 Auriok Champion, I need to play 4 Rugged Prairie. I just always forget how good Valakut Awakening is in the Bloodsun decks. Every time I build them again, I just forget how strong it is, being an untapped mountain after Bloodsun's in play, things stopping you from flooding out. Can't the T-West EE for 3. Well, they're not definitely main decking EE. And they also don't have double blue to transmute. Yeah, they also can't return to Laria West. Yeah, another Titan. But Lotus Field in the brought back deck, how's it so far? Sweet, definitely sweet. I actually cut. There's no brought backs in the deck though. It of course started off having them, but I think for brought back to be good, you need to be playing fetch lands, and even though you do have Lotus Field and Flagstones, that means you're not brought back until turn 3. And it's okay to like brought back after you Lotus Field, but it's also like if you play brought back, you need to play Bauble, Seal Fire, and then you're playing that over like Ephemerate, Auriok Champion, and then you have to cut another one of the 4-ofs to make room for the other thing, and it was just too much, and it seemed like this direction was better, in my opinion. I could be wrong, as I often am. Do we just Valakut Awakening to try to dig for Kiki? I actually think I'm going to go Guardian, start growing Spyro. If we can just get Spyro to a 7 power creature, they're kind of screwed. Oh, we can gain infinite life too if we want. Huh. They might not be able to beat infinite life. Well, they like technically can't, but they can't beat infinite, but the amount of clicks it takes, they can beat the finite amount of life that I actually have. The 4th Lotus Field. Yeah, they can beat MTGO infinite life. Jeskai and throw in Teferi. Well, it's not nearly that simple. It's not nearly that simple to just be Jeskai and play 5-mana Teferi, because 5-mana Teferi is only good if you're playing spells to Teferi into. Dude, Ephemerate could be a ritual here. We could ritual with Ephemerate. How sick is that? So yeah, let's go float 3 red, Ephemerate Guardian, put a counter on Spyro. Man, they gave White a rebounding Dark Ritual. Wild. So you have 7 mana. You need to wake it down and found the Kiki. 7 mana doesn't let us cast Kiki-Jiki this turn. We can cast it next turn now. And now the Spyro's a 7/7. My friend said he thought it was fed up when I beat someone with Boda Infinite Life with damage. Do you think it's messed up? So I think everybody's got to figure out for themselves what they think is good sportsmanship, what they think is bad sportsmanship. I like to treat Infinite Life as if it were a paper game. I also don't think anybody is under an obligation to do so. So let's see if they have the EE. They do not have an explosives in their deck, it seems, unless they've drawn it. Should jam Panharmonicon in the deck for the memes. All right, I'll add them next league for the memes. But if you feel like it's fine, Magic Online is just a different game than paper, I'll just like not treat it as Infinite Life. I don't think that you're in the wrong for doing so, but I think everybody's has to decide from themselves how they want to play and what they think is good sportsmanship and what they think is not good sportsmanship. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. Well, wild game. Chalice on zeros may be something we're interested in. Look at the champs. 4th Skyclave, probably. 4th Showdown. Been well, Serval. How you doing? Glad to see you back. This hat is so uncomfortable. Oh, whoops. I think this is a good change to the mana base. Awakenings are just always so good. You just want to play 4. How much does the hat weigh? Probably like 3 pounds, 4 pounds. Which is not, you know, a lot, but it's also like all distributed weird. That is the only reason to sub. Well, there's also the collage. Have you forgotten the collage? I mean, it's a big hat. I don't know how... It's a really big hat. It's huge. Play a bounce land, please. Ah, bummer. I guess we could maybe just wildfire both of their Valakuts, though. What's the story behind the collage? Not a very good one, I guess. But I made a collage honoring Klothys, the MTG god of Destiny. Thanking her for winning me a game of Magic. I thought it was really fun to make the shrine. It was also like a little collage. I thought it was a really good time. Fun little art project. And I just thought it would be funny to make it. Does Rugged Prairie stop working after you Bloodstone? No, it's a mana ability. Alright, gonna get this out of there. If I draw a land, I'm probably going to Avalanche Riders the castle away. Cool. Probably when I play the White's land for Ephemerate. Can't untap the Lotus Field without the Blood Sun in play. Bad things happen if you do that. Maybe I should kill the Valakut. But then they... Yeah, if I kill the Valakut... No, this puts them 2 lands away from Titan. This is it. This is the one. I think we can Ephemerate the Riders, of course, in our upkeep. Yeah, I just miscounted for a second. Not the best counter in the game. I guess that would be Frank Karsten. Karsten? Frank Carson. I met Frank at GP Oklahoma City in, I think, 2019. Really, really nice. We played the Gruul Adventurous Mirror match before the deck was super popular in Standard. And chatted for a while after the match. Actual treasure of the game, to be honest. Doing the math for me, so I never, ever, ever have to. I mean, Ballista's not even that scary. Pretty sure we just do this. I know this lets them Karn again, but what are they going to Karn for? We could just, kill them next turn. You had second out GP? Awesome, dude. I didn't. I did not do that well. That was the smallest GP I've ever attended. This is our first league with the deck. Yeah, we're gonna make a couple changes to the mana base. Maybe the sideboard. I'm not sure. Think about it. Oh, yeah, Torpor Orb is... Oh, there's no way Titan plays Torpor Orb. Yeah, there's no way. Or I can be fun of the size of the GPs. I mean, I've played, I think, 3 GP Oklahoma cities. My first one ever was the first GP OKC, or one of the first ones in like 2016-17. And the last one I attended was like, it was like a 300-400 person GP. But it was also like a not very good standard format, you know. But now I would, you know, I would love to go to a bad standard format paper GP and scrub out. I would love to do that. Sign me up. What's my cheat for field? Blood Sun. Also, just Flagstones ramps you. If you just have a Flagstones. So you have 2 cards that work with it. And then if you have Blood Sun, Lotus Field in play, you can untap the Lotus Field with Guardian too. The changes involve brought back? I don't think so, actually. I mean, I started to try it, but if you want to play brought back, you have to go like no Ephemerates. No champions. And then you cut probably the Showdowns, the Spyros, the Skyclaves, and you play brought back Seal of Fire Bauble. And I just think that this is a better version. As much as I love brought back, of course. I think I like this I think I like the main deck. Maybe we can cut the Rest in Peace from the sideboard, though. I feel like I just haven't been playing against Prowess on Magic Online very much. So maybe I'm interested in going like -1 Helix, cut the Rest in Peace, and then play like Avalanche Riders number 3 and like 2 copies of Boil, since the blue matchups do seem pretty hard.